Work tomorrow, and then I might work on fucking Wednesday. If I don't work Wednesday, I might work Thursday. I'm trying to have enough money so I can go and enjoy my time. Get my daughter to do something. This dude I was working with today, he was like, it's real because he was a white American, bro, and he was like, I can't even get a fucking job. I've been doing the same thing for fucking 20 years, which is fucking refurnishing apartments and buildings. It's like, well, I work for somebody else and you can make your money on your own. He was like, exactly. It's like I don't have to worry about paying on the taxes because all my shit is what you call it off the books. I'd like to get my fucking check from my job. These niggas still owe me. The nigga told me to update my shit. I updated it. It said it could take 3 to 4 days. Nigga, that should have been a fucking week already. On top of the fucking 2 weeks that I had to wait to get paid. They wonder why. Oh shit, he just blasted this squirrel with water gun. I'm mad at the nigga said I shouldn't be a male. That's why I hate working for fucking businesses because they want to jerk you around. I'm saying money. If I work today, I should get paid today. Should I have to wait 2 fucking weeks to get paid? And then an extra week to get paid because the fucking system wanted to be acting like a jerk off. Mm. Yep. That is fucking legendary, nigga. I wonder how he came up with that shit one day. He just was probably just fucking around and did that shit. That shit just stuck. In case you fucking babies don't know what that was. Doesn't make me old because I remember what the fuck it is. Just makes y'all young because they don't know what the fuck it is. The game was fucking awesome growing up playing that shit. Everybody got fucking phones. We ain't have that shit, nigga. You had board games. You had fucking robotic games. Battery operated games. But you niggas got cell phones. These fucking motherfuckers got cell phones. They don't know the struggle. Take their cell phone away from them and watch what the fuck. Watch the type of fucking withdrawal they go through. Motherfuckers be like, what? I can't process. My life is gonna be over. Having nervous meltdowns and shit. Scottie Pippen! I didn't realize I got a fucking mark on my face. Oh, shit, nigga. How the fuck did that happen? How long have I had that there? Nigga, it looks like I have 2 permanent teardrops on my face. I don't like that. Look. It looks like I have 2 permanent teardrops on my face. This is weird. Unless that's just a vein. Look. The fuck?
You got us taking these broads out to dinner and shit. Yeah, whatever. I had her ass over my house last night trying to watch a movie, trying to get Philly and touchy with her. She said 3 words to me. What she said? She said, stop, no, and don't. I said, bitch.
Yeah. That's gotta be a vein. That's what that is. I never noticed I had that there. Kinda looks cool. It almost looks like I have last life tattoo from killing it, I guess. This shit has autofocus. Hey. Oh shit. Apparently the volume button is completely different on there. We gon' bless them. Try to bring them, should have left them. Learn my lesson. Poker faces keep them guessing. No expression. Ice dressing on my chest and leave impression. What's a testarossa if you don't test them? Ain't your bitch unless you joystick and dress them. My blessings, your pleasure. Peasants, he's pressure. I've been needy, key deep. We as easies, me and Lee. Get you fronted for the film, so easy. The snow alone, fill up a mobile home. My nigga's name ring like mobile phones and know it's on. It's so fire. I love this shit. I just found out my fucking phone can autofocus. Put the joint in front of it, and it zooms in on the joint. I was to keep the button in place.
Where you gonna go?
Who knows? It should fit proper now. Yo,
Keyboard killers in your feelings. Mad you ain't trending. Mad got you tricking on your women. Mad I don't hit them, I just spin them. Gunning and I'm grinning. In the Bugatti in my
This nigga
denim.
little
This
better.
is the result of my vision. React with precision. But God
that
only knows
that
my
fucking little
intention.
fucking
The
fuzzy
selling
shit
dope
on
is
there,
a
huh?
religion. The hammer's in position. I can show niggas the difference. You niggas is screenwriters, we dream writers. Two chains and touch change like King Midas. Imitation is flattery, they seem like us. But only 300 bricks can make you Leonidas. My old plug asked them new plug to reunite us. D-class in my ears, now let me see you bite it. She want Mike Tyson blow to the face. I'm talking 96 hole with the bass. Mike Tyson blow to the face. Slide right, she want snow on a plate. When the blows and the grace means more place for the moles and the A's. Made a million off a flow to the knees. Niggas saying that it won't just the face. 911 turbo with the glaze. Top dollars poking holes in the
Still don't
case.
fit right.
The dimensions is off. That's probably for like a Ultra 24. Small fucking details, man.
There, he on there.
This one that was real. You couldn't smoke outside. I was alive when they did the transfer of not being able to no longer smoke outside, and now you can, and all that legalization of weed shit.
Yep, this shit don't fit.
I bet you the dimensions is off for this one too. Let me see that. Let me see. This shit's way bigger. I'm just curious because where do these niggas be designing these shits at? Laboratories that don't work? Ah, see? Look, look, look. Even the dimensions. See that on the regular camera? The sons of bitches. It fits though, for the most part. He pulled over, huh? I'm about to take this off. I'm sorry, the nigga pulled over and started cutting him out, told him to stay the fuck out the street. See, small details.
One thing about pain is universal. It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how bad your financial situation is. Pain is the one thing that everybody in the world can relate to.
Hmm?
You can't run from it. You can't escape it. It's really a part of life. It's all about how you deal with it. Them decisions you make on how you deal with it will determine just how bad your next experience with pain will be.
I was for my diamonds, but the diamonds were so small that I lost them in the first week I had it. They were like fucking 3 millimeters. Small enough so that you could put in a Cuban link. Good as I did though. Buy a mold, get the fucking proper metals so that you can make your own fucking jewelry, and then just get the diamonds and put them in. Because moissanite diamonds is expensive when you put them in a chain, but if you get them loose, they're not expensive.
They think this rap shit lit. Drinking heavy cause I seen my man Cap get twisted. In my city, all that dope running rampant. Young and so deep before the plug get the stamping. God damn it. And me and my body got my leather too. If Brody up the phone, then that's a business move. They don't know what you did, just what you didn't do. They can always show them the shit they living through. Shopping out my mind since my brother died. Eyes rolling back in his head, staring up at the sky. Santeria couldn't make me come alive. Body with the other side. Reaper sung a lullaby.
So baby dead.
Yeah. They probably got me down by the end of the song. Seem like the whole city go. Be my Benzabilly, be my Benzabilly, be my Benzabilly. My jeans are never empty, bitch. Be my Benzabilly, be my Benzabilly, be my Benzabilly. It's even dark, make me no flesh, no food. So damn high, 4500 horses when I roll by. I'm calm, I'm cool, anything brand new. I don't handcuff, you can see the whole damn crew. Be my Benzabilly, be my Benzabilly. Either I bet you let me shave in Venus and she met me in the coolest shit, especially when I throw on my Gretzky. Got my sister Smith on my seat to protect me, so respect me. This is heavy. Ricky colored vanilla and
That's
cherry.
nice.
And Dreddy and Corelli make a movie out the Getty. With my ring and my confetti. And Kobe Bryant ready. And Rose and Chronic Smelly while I'm stumbling out the telly. I'm so fly, I'm so very. And the way I flow is very. Get you a machete with my pencil move is deadly. Platinum band, platinum bezzy. Make a street girl out of Leslie. Magazine, Mac, Desi. Keep my windows like the Prezi. Press a button and I'm stunting. My roof look like it's ducking me. They go 200 something. And my trunk the one is pumping. I ain't not the one from jumping out. Ratchet ass slumber. I give a better of dead. Yeah, money man. I'm fresh, I'm fly, I'm always high. Got your bitch waving at me when I roll by. I'm calm, I'm cool, anything brand new. I don't handcuff, you can get the whole damn crew. Get in my Beamer Benzabilly, Beamer Benzabilly.
Bentley.
Last time it was so good, I almost crashed my Bentley. Hit the club, order bottle, see the sparks in the sky. Had his own bitch looking like the 4th of July. Get the frontin' and the pushin', leave the shovin'. We just bustin' and we leave it like it's nothing. If it ain't the Gucci or the Louis, then it's Polo or it's rugby. And this bitch that roll with me, she be bagging bitches for me.
Yeah, this ain't real.
Dealio up. Gotta squeeze the juice out of the head.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. Haven't heard that shit in fucking ever.
Hmm?
It's not, haven't heard that shit in forever.
Really?
Yeah.
With the dealio up. Gotta squeeze the juice out of the head. Yeah, squeeze the juice out of the headphone. Yo. When you think of me, you think of a problem. What, when, and how
19 hours and 14 minutes, guys. Ah, I can't wait to go. I'm a fucking kid.
no matter where you go, I'ma spot you. No matter how many people you put me in front of, I'ma rock you. And if you try to be the hard top, I'm gonna drop you. I got you.
Oh, she might like that, huh?
And pop you.
Nice
Creep
boy.
through in the
Down to my
420
fear.
with your honey. 'Cause you ain't nothing but
That's why I said I'm a fucking kid. I'm a giant kid.
left to discuss. It's more money in these bullshit games. These chickens that try to run me. I know y'all can't touch us. I'm no luscious. It's so real. I make her hop out and get the Duchess. Say 1,000 birds and I hide from the camera. This pictures worth 1,000 words. Y'all heard. Y'all get what y'all deserve. Y'all do the catering while we just get served. You got some nerve. The agent, Jason. Do you have any idea who you facing? Just something about my shit you'll never figure out. It's too hot, burning my mouth. That's why I spit it out. It must be real hard for y'all to listen. And it's sad, niggas is too broke to pay attention.
Show me the fucking price.
Niggas know the line of work. Bulletproof designer shirt, roll up with a China doll. She'll be reminding y'all, down to the underworld. Every block monitor, of course. Jada kissing.
Oh, that's not bad. Not bad. Nice. Look. Ticket. It's the tickets and shit.
Oh, $15?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's doable.
$10 for kids.
Yeah, you need this stuff.
Gate pass is 35. Oh look, see? No, yeah, I wasn't lying.
But you still need money to spend.
Yeah, facts.
But the thing about ours, we open up 24 hours. Niggas don't sleep or eat, so when they speak, it means power. So you should keep quiet, you a coward. About to be laid out flat and pushing up flowers.
I know I might have to skip that. I'm on save mode. I still gotta get this phone turned on so I can be reachable. Give me one of those.
Hey, yo, Jacal. What up, fam? You know, Buzz had to come see you guys.
Ooh, my baby's under 10. Let's go. She's free. My baby's under 10. She's free. Let's go.
Try to convince some of my daughters to.
That might work. That might really work.
My dad's done it before,
That
bro.
might
I
work.
had a mustache at 11. I'm like 13 years old and trying to tell him I'm 10. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Dad. Don't be cheap. That's how you work.
All
bro.
kids 11 and up is $10, but if you could get them to believe that she's 10, then yeah, it'd be free. Like, that's a big ass thing, yo. Listen, she had one ghost cut. Ultimate wristband, the ultimate ride wristband is only just $25, not included not included gate admissions. Oh, look, August 13th. They got a what you call it, ultimate deal. You're a veteran, so fall under that.
Wednesday all day, it said.
Yeah.
Going on Wednesday, boom.
Free admission on Wednesday, August 13th. Seniors and veterans.
That's the day after tomorrow. I could go. Then. Go donate tomorrow. Get this fucking phone activated. Whatever money I got left. Be like, yo, she's 9 years old. I'm a veteran.
And all you gotta do is worry about anything on in between. And that ain't nothing.
Spending money. How we gonna get out there?
We're gonna take a Uber out there or left. Uber or left. Just gonna take the bus to Glenmont and then just fucking take the look from there. Because it'll be less cheaper if you take it from fucking there opposed to taking it all the way from out here. They're gonna try to charge a nigga arm and leg. No, I'll try to get a little close and then I'll pay the difference. Fucking call it, pay to get out there, pay to come back. My girl was like, oh, that's gonna be expensive with everything. No, it's not. No, I'm expecting to spend at least $150, honestly. Between that and what I got planned, because I wanted to get a room, so I plan on spending like $100, $200. Doing and all this shit going.
on there. I just don't have enough. I'm not trying to spend the way that I got. Going for broke, kid. I'm sure it's gonna last longer than a week, man, because that's a lot of setup they do. It's probably gonna be till like the end of September.
Typically, it's at the end of August.
Yeah, that's plenty of time. Let's go next week.
I went to Dave & Buster's with my girl and my daughter, so I was pretty happy about that. My daughter had a fucking ball.
That's another place I love to go any time of the year.
$60, bro.
Mm-hmm.
60 fucking beans.
Have a good old time.
Like,
There too. You know what I'm saying? Your own thing.
oh yeah, I did that. I had my own little self-pour.
Mm-hmm.
Shorty started getting a little annoying. I was like, what are we doing? And I just walked away. I had brought some weed with me. I had my own little drink. I was like, you're not ruining this day.
That's how you do it.
Nah, the fucking radio heard you. I don't know. I might do that
I'm
again.
gonna let you suck up.
I might do that again. She wanted to go back. We went bowling the week before. That was like $35 plus like spent another 30 on fucking food. Well, it was like 15 on food and like I spent 30 on drinks just being a fucking show off.
Just to show you.
Week before that though, for a whole week before that, we was in the hotel with a pool, so I was pretty happy about that. $85 for the night.
Be that guy too.
I just don't drink out. I don't go out and drink like that. So I just like we bowling, have 2 shots each. Just feel nice. Their fucking spirit is about to pop.
Yeah, that's like that being cheap as fuck, bro. It used to be cheap as fuck. You drop me off at the mall, give me whatever pocket change you got. Bro, I need spending money. We be going crazy on this stuff, bro. Get some. You know what I'm saying? So now when I go out to malls or whatever, I gotta show out. I mean, I'm past that now, bro. Before, I gotta have the silver and gold chains and rings and all that.
I just like doing things with my brother. That's all. I don't try to like. I don't got a lot of money, but when I do go, even if it's not me, if it's my girl, it's still a good experience. Like $60, $50, I try to at least have. But I'm trying to have more money so that I can do more stuff. Because after we done at the fair, bro, I just want to chill and go to sleep. I want to chill for the whole next day, and I have to worry about it the day prior. But I also want her to enjoy her time because she be going to work every other fucking day and don't got no time off. Like, took a couple of days off, then ended up going back in, and now they ain't giving her a day off until the following Saturday. And she worked on Sunday alone.
I'm supposed to have days off too, man.
That's fucking retarded. That's the dumbest thing in the world. You're gonna make up all of these fucking days that you took off, bitch. All of them. 4 days? You want 4 days straight? Couldn't be me. I'll be like, nope, I quit. What? Yep, fuck this. Fuck that. You're not gonna tell me that I can work fucking all fucking week straight and I can't take a day off. I need a fucking mental health day, bitch. I will. You want me to? What's wrong with you? That ain't even legal. How could it work? That's slavery.
Demanding shit just so I could barely get by.
No, no. And then if I don't meet your qualifications, you want to get rid of me, treat me like I'm just a 1 or a 0. Fuck that. I'd rather go stand outside for a couple hours, find somebody that needs some help, can pay me some cash, fuck Uncle Sam, and get the money and keep it going. Fuck that. You want too much of a hassle for a nigga to have to pay taxes for.
Stack all that money untaxed and then invest it all in stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Once you invest it all in stocks, they can't tax that either because it's unrealized gains.
Sorry.
And then you invest it in a stock that pays dividends. You know, you just live off the dividends.
Let me get you got some clips. I got 2 in here. We can roll these up. I got some. These up. Maybe roll some one last thing up.
Check it out.
Can I get a paper? Paper. I'm skating here. Kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, push.
And the way he rolled, just a rebel to the world with no place to go. And so we kick, push,
I just need paper. I got a little bit of weed. I was gonna load this. To be.
Before he knew he had a crew, there wasn't no punk, and they spit fire shirts and SB dunks. They would push till they couldn't skate no more. Office building lobbies wasn't safe no more, and it wasn't like they wasn't getting chased no more. Just the freedom was better than breathing, they said. An escape route they used to escape out when things got crazy. They needed to break out. They head to any place with stairs, any good rhymes, the world was theirs. And they four wheels would take them.
What up? Hope you're having a good day. Roll something up. Put something in the air. Enjoy your day. Eating the hood, just chilling right now.
I can't hear you, bro. You be mumbling.
Talking to the camera.
You ain't even talking to me.
Jesus.
Mumbling. I'm over here trying to pick
Like,
you, figure out what you're saying.
What's this nigga saying?
Talking to a fucking device.
There's a person at the end of this device. What's up, person?
Yeah, what's his name?
What's your name, person?
See, you don't even fucking know.
Drop your name down
Even
below.
Meanwhile, your friend for many years is trying to talk to you. You're over here just trying to talk to strangers like your mama told you not to.
Stranger danger, stranger danger. I'm in danger. That video is hilarious. I'm in danger. My girl didn't think that the chicken fight, fucking fight between Peter and fucking Homer Simpson was as good as the chicken fight. I think it was pretty good. It wasn't as funny. The chicken fights is where it's at. They tried though. They tried. How's your day going though, bud? Yes. We have a shy one there. Oh, they started the game? Or they still? No, they're still. Oh, yeah, they are. They're starting.
Somebody made fun.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing. Watching them play baseball. Homage. Yep. How's your day going? Drop a comment down below. Be weird, man. Just watch me. I'm boring. Got nothing to do. This is what I'm doing. I'm enjoying my. Crispy for life. What do you want, person that's texting me? Let me be. I could zoom in all the way on this shit, but I don't feel like holding you guys. You guys don't hold me. Thanks for joining me, though. I hope you're having a good day. What you do for work? I've been trying to slow down smoking. More people pulling up. They got a basketball game going across the street too, but I think those is kids. Sorry, they got a basketball game going on across the street, but I think those is kids. Smoking some dope, chilling. I'd like for my fucking check to come. Instead of sitting out here, but you know. Turn this phone on soon. This phone is $80 to turn on. This one right here that I'm streaming with. $80. And turn it on. No, and turn it on. And after that it's $50 a month, which isn't bad.
It just doesn't feel like it has to be about
Feels weird, right?
I just needed to work on minutes and shit. Only to give me minutes and that.
Find out when you when you use it, if the shit He said you'll find out when you use it if the shit is accurate or not.
As long as it don't hang up in my calls, you know, doesn't fuck up my Google Maps and shit.
I'm starting to think a little something's going on a little weird. Every time Nas meets with somebody, they end up getting whacked. He said before he departed, Nipsey, what you call it? Damn, dude, that's two artists that you met that end up getting caught, bro. White
Yeah,
Range
Pop
Rover?
too.
Yeah,
You met Pop, Baby, and Nipsey.
I know what I'm saying. Like, these artists you keep coming around, they end up getting whacked. That's not a good look, bro. I know you're a good dude and you wouldn't do it, but it's just little, weird. But then again, I think the same thing about fucking Snoop. So, I'm a weird person. I think there's just certain powers that be. I seen a real one. It said, and it said this in the background. It had Tupac and it had Snoop. And it said, when you realize that your homie's better than you, and it had fucking Snoop looking at Tupac, man, that's how. It's like, that's some bullshit.
Snoop always had a pimp line, though, man.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying
Trying
to
to
be
be,
a
yeah.
gangster.
That's how,
I mean, he was
he,
still gangster, but he wasn't trying to
the
be
way,
like a thug or anything.
the way I seen Snoop, honestly, he was more like a, part of the Players Club. He was just a pimp. But then again, I can't really call him a pimp because he had a pimp swag, but he was still married to the girl that he went to high school with.
Yeah, it's just his persona.
Yeah.
They're all just personas.
Huh? Nah, cause it's funny. He said Y2K, and then fucking like 20 years later, fucking K2 came out. Yeah. And that's all these fucking people talk about now is K2. So when he said Y2K, I was like, oh man. End of the world. Yeah, sure is. Niggas running around here looking like zombies. Nigga, play some Waffle House. Play some Waffle House. I be like, music be, sometimes when I be listening to music, I be hitting a like ceiling or a cap with that shit.
Those things to talk about.
Otherwise, I be hitting a ceiling with that shit. Like half the time, lately,
It's about to die. Time to touch this thing.
lately I've been what you call it, taking more quiet time, like meditating or just being more quiet. I haven't really been into music. Like music's alright, but I haven't been finding myself in tune with it. I'm ugly. Look at this. I got a big ass Mr. Rudolph the Red Nose going on. Oh God. This one thinks that I'm trying to fucking talk to bitches online. Bro, I don't even got time to talk to myself online. The fuck?
Forget which one it was.
Play them more!
This episode of the Y-Files is brought to you by Fishing Clinch. Military surveillance planes circled the Welsh village Penturk for 3 days straight in February 2016. Never leaving, never landing, just circling. Local police fielded dozens of calls. Residents wanted answers about the planes. They wanted to know about the 3 days of weird lights in the sky. The police said it was probably RAF training, but they didn't know either. Kaz Clark stood outside with her neighbor Dave on February 26th. They'd been watching the planes for days. Military aircraft don't circle villages without
Can't
a
call it
reason.
bootleg. You gotta
At
call it a
2:30
clone.
a.m., they
Clone
got their
phone.
answer. A black pyramid appeared in the sky, 30 stories tall. Within seconds, combat aircraft swarmed from every direction. The military wasn't surprised. They'd been waiting for it. The circling planes, the perfect timing. This was not a coincidence. This was an ambush.
But why?
Yeah, human. I put like a human.
WF to get a $20 reward. No time. Slicing through black paper.
Ooh, black paper's being sliced.
The pyramid didn't descend through the night sky above Penturk. It
So how you
emerged.
doing?
Kaz Clark watched this massive object materialize point first, not coming down from above, pushing through from somewhere else. It reminded Kaz of a knife blade slicing through black paper. This thing was enormous, 1,000 feet long on each side, bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, hovering just above the tree line. Objects this size make noise. Engines, rotors, something. Not this object. The pyramid was silent. Dave grabbed Kaz's arm. His hand was shaking.
We gotta get the fuck
And the
out of
pyramid
here!
just hung there, tilted at an angle. Then it started moving. Not flying, swaying. Left, right, left again. Picture a pendulum the size of a skyscraper. Nothing that massive should
I'd be
move
like, what
that.
the fuck is going on here, dude? This is defining glare. This is defining everything I thought I knew about reality.
I want to see it though, man. I want to see it for myself, bro. I want to be there like,
They
yo.
ran to her back gate for a better view across the field.
I'd be like, this has to be
The pyramid
government.
was maybe 200 feet up by now, and that's when the temperature dropped. Not gradually, instantly. 5 degrees Celsius in 3 seconds. Kaz could see her breath. Dave's too. She asked Dave if he felt it. He said, yeah, it was freezing.
Yeah, he's right. They really should warm up the probes before
It
they...
wasn't a probe.
Yo,
Later,
yes.
meteorological data would confirm
Fucking
it. The
head go
temperature
face.
dropped exactly 5 degrees Celsius, exactly when that pyramid appeared. February in Wales is cold, but this was different. Kaz said it felt like the
Warm up
cold
the
wasn't
probe.
coming from the air. She could feel it inside her body.
Yeah, still sounds like a probe.
Okay, go easy with the probe, all right?
That's what she said.
The pyramid's underside lit up.
Yeah,
6
fucking
lights along
right.
one edge burned white hot. Now Kaz could see the surface clearly. The texture wasn't smooth like aircraft metal. It was rough, like it was carved from black stone. Then something shot out of the top. It was green and very bright. So bright Kaz had to cover her eyes. The green object stopped midair, then started darting in random directions. It looked agitated. Lightning erupted from the pyramid's lower corner, but this wasn't weather lightning. The bolts looked heavy and thick. Each strike lasted 2 to 3 seconds, and they weren't firing randomly. They touched specific points in the field. The lightning acted like it was looking for something. 4 C-17 transport planes roared in from the west, flying low.
Go, 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 go.
These planes were 174 feet long, designed to carry tanks. They don't fly at chimney height, but here they were.
Oh, yeah,
2
they
in
do
front,
when they want
wingtip
to.
to wingtip,
Yeah,
and 2
good.
more in back. The green object flashed at the planes. It wasn't attacking, it was signaling, and the message was clear. Follow me. Then it shot west toward L'Entressant. The C-17s banked hard and chased the light.
Speak
And the
Morse
pyramid,
code.
it started fading away, not flying away, becoming transparent.
Oh shit.
But before the
Cloaking
pyramid
device.
vanished, dozens of objects launched into the sky. Red barrel-shaped objects spreading across the field. 2 barrels stopped and rotated slowly until they were facing Kaz and Dave. Then, the objects charged.
But what if happened? Why? You motherfuckers. You're guilty by association.
Download Royal Kingdom and join us today.
Download now.
Come on, mother. Flipping, flapping, flipping, flapping on the
2 red
slapping.
barrels stopped 30 feet away from Kaz and Dave, one in front of each of them, just hovering there, watching. And Kaz couldn't move. And she wasn't frozen with fear. She literally couldn't move her legs. Something was holding her in place.
Yeah, bitch, it's called
Dave stood
paralysis.
next to her, also stuck. They could move their eyes, but nothing else.
Yeah,
And the
paralysis.
paralysis wasn't just physical. When the barrels first approached, Kaz tried to film them, but her phone was dead. Not a low battery, completely dead. The barrel on the left drifted closer, 20 feet, then 10. Now Kaz could see through it. The object was made of something translucent, like red glass. And inside, thousands of tiny points of light swirled around like static from an old TV. But the static wasn't random. The specks were mixing and reforming into patterns. The thing looked alive. The barrel on the right just watched. Kaz felt it studying them. She was terrified, but there was nothing she could do.
It was electric
Then the closer
aliens.
barrel changed from red to green, instantly, like someone
Let's
flipped
go.
a switch. Green light washed over them. It felt warm and tingly. The light went through her skin,
They're
through
not-
muscle,
they're
through
not
bone.
a
The
threat.
sensation lasted maybe 30 seconds. Though time felt strange, like everything was
Yo,
in slow
Bama,
motion.
think first, yo.
When the green light
Yo.
faded, Kaz felt different. Her fear was gone. She felt energized and alert. And she had this overwhelming need to talk about what happened. Then both barrels started to slowly back away. They rose higher and drifted west over the rooftops toward L'Entressant. Kaz flexed her fingers. Dave shook his head like he was clearing water from his ears. They could move again. But the green barrel had left something behind.
Hey guys, there's a
Years
gift.
later, Kaz learned her nervous system was generating a constant electric signal, a repeating pattern that shouldn't exist in human biology. The signal would spike and change, like her body was transmitting data.
Yep, it was, bitch.
Fucking
Meanwhile,
send your
calls
body into
flooded the Cardiff
trash,
police
Yep,
station.
or an antenna.
Lights in the sky, military aircraft everywhere.
You know what I mean? Or an
Planes were
antenna.
flying so low, houses were shaking like there was an earthquake.
It was like, oh, I could
Furniture
use
was
this.
knocked
This-
over,
this beam
pictures
right here
falling
is-
off walls.
This is
At
usable.
3 a.m., the police were overwhelmed.
It's not like the
and
other
had
one
no
over there.
answers. But the planes kept coming. And then came the helicopters. Lots of them. Apache gunships roared over Pinterest.
this bitch is holding something. We need her.
Helicopters armed with Hellfire missiles. They swept the field, but the objects were gone. Then they turned hard toward L'Entressant, following the same path as the barrels. More combat helicopters arrived. Chinooks from the west, Puma Lynx and Merlins from the north. The sky filled with military aircraft, all heading in the same direction. Dave and Kaz wanted to follow, but the Welsh countryside in winter is pitch black. No streetlights, no moon through the clouds. They couldn't see anything. They'd have to wait for daylight. When Kaz got home, she felt strange, disoriented. She checked the clock, 3:50 a.m. But that couldn't be right. They were outside for no longer than 15 minutes. But somehow an hour and 20 minutes had disappeared. Kaz caught her reflection in the window. Something was different. She leaned closer. A single strand of her hair had turned white.
This bitch became Storm.
A single strand, you noticed that one single strand? That shit could have turned white before all that
two
shit happened.
explosions shook Penturk. The first one was an airburst. Witnesses said it sounded like thunder, but sharper. The second explosion was different. A ground impact somewhere along Smilog Woods shook every house in the village. At the local hospital, patients thought a bomb had gone off. The explosions registered on seismographs 40 miles away. But something else happened that night that was more frightened parents than the explosions. Their children couldn't wake up.
No, baby, wake up!
All the kids in the area slept through all this noise. Explosions, planes, helicopters, sirens. One mother told investigators this was the first time in 10 years her kids didn't wake up in the middle of the night. The next morning, Kaz's hair had turned white. Not just that single strand, and not gray, white. Yesterday she had dark hair, now she looked 10 years older. Kaz, Dave, and another neighbor, Steve, went to check the field where the pyramid appeared. They expected to find the ground burned from the lightning
All of this
strikes.
energy running through you.
Everything looked wrong. The grass was brown. The bushes were dead. Everything that had been under the pyramid's
That shit
path
overcharged
was
her, bro.
drained of life. Not burned, not broken, just dead.
Drain them. Just fucking life source drainers. That's not nice. Stay away from me with that.
The trees along the edge of the field were dry and lifeless, but only the side that faced the pyramid. The rest of each tree, even branches on the same trunk, were perfectly healthy. But things got stranger. Snow was falling, but only there, only in the dead zone. And this wasn't normal snow. The flakes were tiny, spongy pellets, and they didn't melt when you touched them. They just dissolved into nothing. They hopped in their car and drove west toward L'Entresant Common, following the path of the objects and the aircraft. For years, locals had dumped old appliances in the common. It became like a giant junkyard. Washing machines, bike frames, car parts, they were scattered all over the common. But not today. Now everything was stacked in neat piles along the side of the road. Someone had searched, sorted, and organized all the metal in the area. Yellow crime scene tape hung from the bushes. But there was no pattern to it, no perimeter, just random strips fluttering in the wind. A dog walker told them he'd been out at 4:30 that morning. He saw military helicopters landing. Troops jumped out with metal detectors. They were searching for something that crashed in Smilog Woods.
Sort it all out. Clean it up.
So that's where they headed next. They found the impact site in minutes. 6 trees, each 60 feet tall, snapped in half. Not at the base, 20 feet up where the trunks were 12 inches thick.
God damn.
All 6 breaks formed a perfect line pointing back toward Penturk. Trees don't snap like that. Not from wind, not from aircraft. Whatever hit those trees had been moving fast. Really fast. Faster than anything that exists on Earth.
Oh yeah. You hit a tree that fucking wide, nigga, your shit is gonna bend, snap, blow up, everything. Everything. You got fucking ignition fuel in, all type, yeah. It's gonna be bad. That shit is not, no. For you to snap a tree.
Immediately, all public areas were closed. Multiple highways were shut down, including the M4 motorway. The official reason was a truck overturned. The locals didn't buy it. You don't close half of South Wales for one truck accident. A camp appeared overnight in the fields behind Kaz's house. Perfect rows of civilian tents. Too perfect. As Kaz would say later, you could take the man out of the army, but you can't take the army out of the man. Steve, Dave, and Donna, another friend, went with Kaz to investigate. The men at the camp were clearly military. They weren't wearing uniforms, but they were heavily armed. They said they were conducting a fracking survey. That was the wrong cover story. Fracking wasn't allowed in that part of Wales.
How dare you!
Later, they switched stories. Now they were from Vodafone, a large phone company. They were checking cell tower locations. But why does a phone company have men in white forensic suits crawling on their hands and knees in the woods? And why does a phone company have employees in hazmat gear carrying assault rifles?
Have you seen their cancellation fees?
The surveyors acted strange. Every time someone walked past, the hazmat workers would stop what they were doing and stand up. They just stand there and stare at you until you were out of sight.
Come on,
As
bro.
Cass and her friends circled the area, they heard shouting. 3 teams with electronic equipment and laptops were walking through the woods. Someone kept saying, "Find it, find it, find it now." Meanwhile, more witnesses were coming forward. Jacob Coleman had seen the green object near L'Entressant in a standoff with Apache helicopters. He said the green light didn't move like a machine. It moved like it was alive. A family in Cowbridge photographed barrel-shaped objects flying over their house at 2:33 a.m. The metadata proved it. Same night, same time as Penturk. The barrels were heading west, being chased by military aircraft towards Smilog Woods. Smilog Woods is a public area. It can't be closed without permission. But now the whole area was locked down and patrolled. Witnesses had been camping in Smilog Woods. They saw an object crash. Those witnesses were assaulted, illegally detained, illegally searched, and forcibly removed by armed military personnel. Their phones were taken and wiped.
What the fuck? All the
One
rights
witness
is
drove
violated.
through chunks of crystal scattered across a road. Red and white crystal. It was like
Yep.
broken glass, but heavier and thicker. The debris field from one of the destroyed barrels. At Cardiff Airport, an Apache helicopter made an emergency landing with its cockpit on fire. The official story was a mechanical failure. It had taken off from St. Athan Air Force Base at 4:24 a.m.,
No.
just 3 minutes after the explosion. It made multiple trips to the crash site that night, transporting something. And whatever they recovered, someone important wanted to see it. A BAE 146 jet with the call sign Kitty Hawk landed at dawn and left an hour later. This plane only flies VIPs like the Prime Minister and the royal family. The next morning, the military had an explanation ready. This was all part of Exercise Chameleon.
A chameleon is a typo, is it?
Chameleon was just a routine training drill. That's what they told the few reporters who asked. Just a war game, nothing really to see here. But you don't fly C-17s over a residential area in the middle of the night. You don't fly 24 helicopters around a hospital. You don't explode ordnance so large it registers on the Richter scale. And you don't have Apache helicopters making emergency landings with their cockpits on fire during routine
What the fuck
drills.
are you doing?
Exercise Chameleon didn't make sense.
Human. They are saying the quiet part out loud. They are literally telling us it's lizard people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Eh,
Please stop that.
what? Was that bad?
I'm begging you.
Fine, I'm sorry. I take it back.
NATO reconnaissance aircraft had been circling overhead during the entire incident. An E-3 Sentry command aircraft, the kind that coordinates combat operations. Those planes cost $270 million and can track over 250 fast-moving targets simultaneously from 250 miles
I
away.
need one of those.
The surveillance planes had civilian transponders, private security registrations. The military was hiding their own aircraft from radar. They didn't want a record of what they were hunting. One plane stood out. The Hawker Beechcraft's Shadow R1, call sign Snake 48. That plane was decommissioned in 2012. But in 2014, it came back after a top-secret refit. For 2 years, nobody knew where it was or what modifications it received. Now, it was here,
Oh,
flying
God.
search patterns over
You don't
Penturk.
know what the fuck
They knew
that shit
something
was.
was coming, and whatever they added to that plane, it was designed to find it.
Yo, fucking alien spot plane.
Right. Don't tell nobody what we did from it with it. Just
A secret
take it,
vampire is about to inherit a
super
legendary
vamp that
weapon.
shit up, and
Finn
then
is more
fucking put
powerful
it back
than
in the
everyone at
service.
his school, but for
When
now,
they asked
he's
where it
just
was, they said that it was just missing. We left it in the garage.
Kaz started documenting everything, taking photos of the camp, recording registration numbers of unmarked vehicles, asking questions. Simple ones at first. What military exercise? Why weren't residents warned? The military of defense had a simple answer. There was no exercise. But that made no sense.
The fuck?
Wales Online posted at 3:39 a.m. that night saying they were covering the incident. But no story ever appeared. No press briefing ever happened. The media went silent. Kaz filed Freedom of Information requests, dozens of them. Governments don't like these requests. They delay, they deny, they claim national security. Kaz didn't care. At first, the MOD denied any military presence in Penturk. Then they admitted it, but claimed Section 26, national defense. They said they didn't need permission from residents to conduct the exercise.
The hell you mean?
Wrong. The Defense Infrastructure Organization requires written permission for all exercises on private land, 21 days in advance, from every landowner, but nobody was informed or consented. Natural Resources Wales owns Spylock Woods, the location of the crash site. They gave no permission for military activity, no permission to close public paths, and definitely no permission to set off explosives. They wrote, this type of activity would have required permission. If it had occurred, we'd have a record. The hospital changed their story 3 times. First, they said no one warned them about the military exercise. Explosions shook patients awake in their beds, but they received no advance notice. Then they said the South Wales police warned them about a counter-terrorism exercise. The hospital apologized for their previous response, stating that new information had come to light.
Yeah, certain things have come to light, and, has it ever occurred to you that, instead of, running around, blaming me, given the nature of all this, new stuff, this could be a lot more, complex. I mean, it's not just, it might not be just a simple,
The hospital even provided an excerpt from an email about exercises running from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. on February 25th and 26th. When investigator Gary Jones asked for proof, the hospital said they didn't have the email. So how do you quote from an email that you don't have?
Oh, maybe the email was on Hillary's server.
Wait, what's our role?
We don't joke about the Clintons. You're right, go ahead.
So, Kaz contacted the South Wales police 11 times. Kaz asked if they conducted counterterrorism exercises that night. Their response was always, we can neither confirm nor deny. That's not a legal answer under Freedom of Information rules. You either have information or you don't. It turned out that the South Wales police never conducted counterterrorism exercises those nights. The chief of police said so. They did have counterterrorism training that past June, but not on February 25th or 26th. Regardless, the public is always informed about these types of operations, but not this time. The hospital lied, then lied about lying. The police lied, then lied about lying. Oh, the journalist who wrote those first cover stories for Wales Online? After 15 years, she quit. Her new job? Communications officer for the Royal Glamorgan Hospital.
Good morning.
Hospital that couldn't keep the story straight. Investigators believed someone was trying to tie up loose ends. The excuses kept coming. When asked why troops collected scrap metal at 4:30 a.m., the MOD claimed national security. Old washing machines and broken bicycles were suddenly classified.
Bro.
Kaz searched the official MOD website for any record of exercise chameleon. Buried in the site, she found a NOTAM. A NOTAM is a notice to airmen that warns commercial and civilian pilots not to enter certain airspace. These notices are required before any exercise involving aircraft to prevent collisions. They have to be filed at least 5 days before the exercise. This NOTAM was filed at 9 p.m. on February 25th, 9 hours before the pyramid appeared. Worse, military aircraft flew 50 miles outside the NOTAM boundary. You never leave your airspace during exercises. That's how mid-air collisions happen, unless you're chasing something that isn't following your flight plan. The smoking gun came from the Air Commission Secretariat, the MOD's highest authority. He wrote, I can confirm that no information in the scope of your request is held. There were no programmed air defense exercises in South Wales in February 2016. No exercise, no permission, no warning. Everything that happened that night was illegal. Kaz Clark had just declared war on the Ministry of Defense. And the MOD would fight back.
You don't do that.
They don't disappear him.
You don't do that.
Coming right now.
You don't do that. How dare you define a servant?
The Penturk UFO incident is one of the most
Stay in your
compelling
lane,
I've ever
child.
covered. Multiple witnesses, government documents, photographs. But is it true? Well, let's start with what we know. Kaz Clark spent 8 years gathering evidence and fighting the Ministry of Defense. And they fought back. Kaz was threatened, followed. Military personnel have been seen at her presentations. Just 2 days after the event, she was nearly run off the road by a black SUV.
She would not
But
stop.
Kaz never gave up, and eventually the MOD had to issue a statement. They claimed this was all part of their scheduled training, Operation Chameleon. But Operation Chameleon actually took place a week earlier in northern England, not Wales. She proved they lied. She proved 20 helicopters, 4 transport planes, and ground troops operated illegally over civilian areas. But what about the Black Pyramid and the red and green barrels?
That was her
Can they be
fucking smoking gun.
explained?
She's
No.
like, I need to figure
Maybe.
this shit out.
The pyramid could have been a misidentified aircraft. C-17s flying in formation might create a triangular shape.
Bro.
And modern stealth tech
Nice
can make
fucking
aircraft
said
pretty
they had
quiet.
no
The red
sound.
and green objects
Right.
could have been drop zone markers,
Them
the lights
things are
paratroopers
loud.
used during night jumps. Or they could have been
Not gonna-
flares.
no,
From the
no,
ground,
no.
multiple lights descending slowly might look like the edges of something massive. Except Kaz was right below the drop zone. She saw no parachutes, no soldiers, just objects that moved horizontally, changed direction instantly, and studied her from 30 feet away. Paratroopers can't do that.
Yeah, I bet the 82nd Airborne can.
They can't.
82, sold away!
I'm about to show you a solar eclipse unlike any solar eclipse you have ever seen. Okay, maybe it looks like images you may have seen of solar eclipses, but this one is...
Then there's Kaz's lost time. High-stress situations mess with your memory. You ever fall or drop something and it feels like it's happening in slow motion?
Yep.
When your adrenaline spikes, your brain doesn't process time normally. Everything slows down to give you time to react. Now, Apache helicopters carry powerful radar and jamming equipment. That might explain why phones didn't work.
Yeah, these explanations are pretty thin, boyo.
I admit that they are. I'm just telling you what the skeptics say. But this is a hard one to debunk. Witnesses said the pyramid didn't descend from the sky. It emerged through space. That technology doesn't exist. The MOD claimed the explosions were controlled detonations of simulated munitions. But simulated munitions don't register on seismographs 40 miles away.
That's
And
crazy.
you know how they closed the roads because of a truck crash? We can't prove that because all the CCTV was turned off that night.
Oh, that happens in certain jail cells from time to time.
Easy with that. The debris field was confirmed by multiple witnesses. Kaz's hair really did turn white overnight. Doctors couldn't explain it. But exposure to radiation does explain it. And Kaz has shown all the symptoms of radiation sickness. And you know how they discovered the radiation and that strange signal Kaz was emitting? During one of the 3 lie detector tests, she passed. Almost 2 years after the event, the radiation level at the site was still harmful to humans. It took 5 years for the area to clear. Surveillance
That's
planes
busted
circled
on
for 3 days.
radiation.
Fact. The NOTAM appeared 9 hours before, not the required 5 days. Fact. $4.5 billion in military assets was deployed that night. Fact. Snake 48, a plane that officially doesn't exist, was flying search patterns. Fact. Were they waiting for a UFO? We don't know.
There we go.
Bullshit.
Stop,
Yeah.
stop,
The mainstream
stop.
skeptical view
Stop.
is
They
that
were
the
waiting for
Pentark
each other
UFO
to just
incident
pop
was
out
a
and be like, hey,
military
buddy,
operation.
that was awesome.
Maybe this isn't really a story about the UFO. It's about the cover-up. The UK government, the Welsh government, the South Wales police, the hospital, dozens, maybe hundreds of people lied to the public. If there was a UFO encounter, I think the people of Pentark deserve to know.
Yeah.
Because if this was just a military exercise,
Roger, I
then
go to
countless
art.
laws were broken that terrified local residents and put them in real danger.
Mm-hmm.
So I have one question for the Ministry of Defense, the Welsh government, and the South Wales police. Just one. My question isn't, was there a UFO? My question is, why aren't any of you in jail?
Roger, like.
Seriously, a boom that big, nigga, if you driving and
Thanks
you
to
don't know
today's
what's coming.
sponsor, Fishing
that
Clash.
shit'll run you
Click
right
the
off.
link below and use code JOSEPH to get rewards. Thank you so much for hanging out today. My name is AJ. Here's Hacklefish.
May your tinfoil hat.
We're bloody fucked. F-U-C-N-K.
And how did it happen? But before these questions could be answered, someone realized Around wasn't alone in its odd share. That stuff really helps us out. And like most topics, experts dated everything to the 8th century. Every item except one. A compass. This episode of the Y-Files is brought to you by Factor.
What could it
In
be?
1972, 3 hikers discovered a hidden room carved into a wall of Chaco Canyon. The New
What?
Mexico desert was well over 100 degrees. Inside the cavern, the temperature was a comfortable 72. Artifacts were everywhere. Pottery, tools, weapons. Experts dated everything to the 8th
Shit,
century.
there's still shit in there.
Every
That's why we
item
can't go in there.
except one. A compass-like object covered in symbols nobody recognized, made from an alloy that wouldn't exist for another 1,000 years. Within 48 hours, the National Security Agency seized the site. They called it Project Ancient Arrow. The NSA studied the room for months, then sealed it. 21 years later, a cave-in revealed the truth. This wasn't just a room, it was an entrance.
Probably like 9 or 10. I don't fucking know. I won't be having shit to do.
Wait, everybody. Nothing. I'll just smell head.
Yeah, human. Quick question. How many calories are there in a can?
What?
I'm just trying to make sure I don't go over my...
I'm curious. Are those rollies?
For 21 years, the
They're
Chaco
from an
Canyon
Indian
chamber
reservation.
remained sealed. The compass artifact was
big-ass
locked in a
bag.
vault
Yeah, that-
somewhere in
those-
Virginia.
Those are
Project Ancient Arrow,
well,
like so many
the guy-
classified operations,
my grandmother's
gathered
boyfriend
dust
used
in
to.
NSA
He
archives.
buy those same
By
ones and
May
he would roll them. They
1994,
were considered
Project Ancient
rollies.
Arrow was all
They're
but
not as
forgotten.
strong as the Newport.
But the mountain
That's why I
had
smoke
other
so much,
plans.
but
A series of rock slides shook the canyon. The mountain seemed to be peeling back layers of itself. When the dust settled, park rangers found an opening.
I
Not
figured
a
that's why
hole,
there were so many
a
of them. Because
doorway.
my grandmother's boyfriend,
Perfectly
he would go
rectangular
like
with
50
sharp
of them
edges
shits.
and right angles.
It comes
This
in a
wasn't
bag,
erosion,
about 500.
it was
Yep.
carved. The cave-in revealed a corridor that disappeared
Maybe
deep
100.
inside the mountain.
100.
The Rangers called it in. Project Ancient Arrow was immediately reactivated. The NSA was on site within hours.
Wow, the NSA moves faster than Uber Eats.
The military cleared the area,
So
and
that
5
shit like those
scientists
personal-
arrived to
It
take
was.
readings
'Cause
and
I've dealt
measurements.
with Uber
But
Eats.
these weren't
Fucking
archaeologists.
bastards.
They worked for the ACIO, the Advanced Contact Intelligence Organization, a subsection of the NSA. It operated beyond classified, above top secret, and without congressional oversight. Most senior NSA officials don't know it exists, and those who do don't acknowledge it. The ACIO likes it this way. Their specialty was technology that shouldn't exist on Earth, and this corridor was exactly their kind of problem. The passage spiraled upward through solid rock, not carved, melted. The walls were polished at the atomic level, covered in glowing symbols that seemed part of the stone itself.
Wow.
23 chambers branched off at regular intervals.
Shit like that,
The
bro.
spiral formed a perfect double helix, DNA carved in stone. Every chamber
Telling the
contained
story
artifacts,
itself.
paintings using pigments nobody could identify, musical instruments that created frequencies humans couldn't hear, star charts drawn from somewhere else in the galaxy. The same symbols from the corridor were in every room. Chamber 23 was
Love to
different
find
though.
some shit
No
like that,
symbols,
bro.
no
I would
artwork.
keep that shit
Nigga,
on
Just one
that,
artifact.
that is
A small
legit some
optical disc.
Assassin's Creed
It
shit.
looked
You find a
like a
fucking
CD.
ancient artifact.
What year was this?
1994.
Probably
Nice.
an AOL
2
disc.
years.
It wasn't an AOL CD.
Yeah, you sure? They were everywhere.
It wasn't a CD at all. It just
Yeah, they
kind of looked
were.
like one. And
They were
scientists still
everywhere.
assumed the disc contained digital information. But when they tried to read it, nothing worked. Lasers failed. Electron microscopes showed only a smooth surface. But under certain wavelengths of light, symbols appeared. Thousands of them, layered in three-dimensional patterns. The same symbols that covered the walls. The ACIO couldn't decipher it. They sent the disc to Virginia for analysis. After almost 2 years of analyzing the Ancient Arrow site, the scientists thought they'd found everything. Then X-rays
bitch.
of Chamber 23
More.
revealed something else.
There's
A
more.
trap door buried under 6 inches of debris. It covered a shaft dropping straight down 150 feet. Too narrow for a person, so they lowered cameras instead.
That reminds me. I gotta schedule a colonoscopy.
Okay,
Bro,
that's
you're
enough.
fish.
What? Everyone over 50 should get one.
Thank you for the PSA.
Oh, yeah, that's right, fellas. Get your PSA checked too, huh?
I've got one paragraph left.
Fine, go ahead. Sheesh, what a grouch.
Yeah.
Chamber 24 was massive, 3 times bigger than any other room. 7 groups of symbols covered the wall in the most complex pattern they'd seen, but there was no way to reach it. The project stalled again. 2 years later, another discovery would show that ancient
There's
Arrow
more.
wasn't ancient at all. The discovery had nothing to do with the past. It had to do with the future.
Oh shit, dig.
100% free.
Your future,
Download now.
not your past. Because everybody be so hung up on the past that they don't think about the future.
In the summer of 1996, 2 college students were hiking near Chaco Canyon, 24 years after the first ancient Arrow discovery, 2 years after rock slides had exposed new chambers.
Rock
They
slides?
spotted something metallic catching sunlight. Not buried, not hidden, just
Dude, brush
sitting
my
on the
teeth.
ground.
1996, AOL CDs were still everywhere.
Yo,
It
he's
wasn't
not
an
lying.
AOL CD.
Okay.
The object was about the size of a shoebox and heavy like lead. Its surface showed a pattern of swirled gold and silver that was a 3-dimensional map of the exact area where they stood. Strange symbols covered every inch of the object. Not carved or etched, the symbols were
then.
part of the metal itself. As the students lifted the object from the sand,
Keeping it.
both collapsed at exactly the same time, like
Wow.
someone had flipped a switch. They weren't unconscious, they were inside a vision.
What, did they eat mushrooms off this thing?
No,
Oh, it's in the desert, that's right. So, they probably ate peyote.
no.
They lick a frog.
They didn't eat or lick anything.
Look,
Just touching the
frog.
box gave them a vision. But it gave them the same vision. A massive chamber system inside a mountain. 23 rooms in a spiral pattern. They could smell cool air and feel smooth stone under their feet. Strange symbols glowed on walls they'd never seen. They can hear footsteps echoing. Their own footsteps walking through chambers that existed somewhere else. When the vision ended, both students were on their knees in the sand, gasping like they'd been underwater. The experience lasted a few seconds,
Let's find it.
but to them it felt like
Yeah,
hours.
let's find it.
They then wrapped the artifact carefully. Neither wanted another experience.
Yeah, nothing's worse than a bad trip, am I right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, yes you do.
Please, there are kids watching.
Yeah, right. Sorry, kids. By bad trip, I just mean, a weekend in Portland.
Be nice. Anyway, they brought the shoebox artifact to their archaeology professor. But when he touched it, nothing. No visions, no reaction.
He was a pure of energy.
Whatever happened to his
He
students
was hate.
didn't happen to him. He noted the unusual metal composition and the unknown symbols. He uploaded the findings to academic databases to see if anyone recognized this artifact. Unfortunately for the professor, somebody did. The internet was still new to most people in 1996.
Yeah, it's in its
But it wasn't
infancy.
new to the NSA or its secret internal division, the ACIO. Since Ancient Arrow reopened in 1994, the ACIO had been monitoring public and private networks for certain keywords and images.
Yeah,
Unidentifiable
that's one of
symbols, unusual metal compositions,
They still do
reports
today.
of induced visions. The professor's research triggered every alert.
Stupid.
Within 4 hours,
Red
several
flag the
agents
shit
were
out
in
of
his
him.
office. They
Where is
confiscated
it?
the artifact and made the professor sign a stack of non-disclosure forms.
Selling these
The
fucking.
agents added a few threats about national security, treason, and prison.
What the
Just
fuck?
to be clear,
Like
the
you
object
said,
went
someone always
directly
has to go to
Dr.
jail.
Jameson Neruda, ACIO's top linguist and technology specialist.
Damn.
The same man who'd been trying to decrypt the optical disc for 2 years. This artifact would show him what he'd been missing. The symbols weren't a language, they were instructions.
Damn, bro, these niggas is some assholes. You can't know the truth. You can't know
The
it.
vision
Shut
artifact
up
sat
inside
on
the
the table in
NDAs.
Neruda's lab and did nothing. The 2 students had experienced vivid hallucinations, identical visions of the ancient Arrow chambers.
Who said
But here
that?
in
Who
ACIO's
say it
sterile
again?
lab,
Say it again.
the artifact was just an unusual metal object covered in symbols. Neruda understood why
Bad
it
cop
didn't work.
slapping the shit out of him
Proximity
saying
effect.
that.
The artifact needed to be near the ancient Arrow site. The location was in the swirled pattern on its surface. Only about 50 people on the planet know about this location, and he was one of them.
Yeah.
So one puzzle solved. But Neruda was fascinated by something else. The symbols on the artifact matched symbols from the chambers. Not exactly, but close. Like different dialects of the same language. Then it hit him, and he reached for the disc. The optical disc from chamber 23 didn't look like much. About the size of a CD, but thicker. Not quite glass, not quite crystal. When ACIO's standard decryption tools failed, Neruda took over. That was almost 2 years ago. Mathematical sequences, quantum algorithms, even ZEMI, ACIO's quantum computer built with alien technology, couldn't crack this thing.
Yo.
ZEMI made the best supercomputers on Earth look like pocket calculators. Still, nothing. What?
Alien technology?
Yep. The ACIO had an alliance with an alien race called the Cordium. Their home planet is 15,000 light years away.
There it is.
Dr. Neruda was fluent in over 30 languages, plus 12 extinct ones. He was an expert in data encryption, compression, storage.
Well, what the fuck was the world?
Knowledge of mathematics, quantum systems, music, philosophy, biology, and cosmology. His IQ had been enhanced through genetic modification. Standard procedure for core ACIO scientists. The modifications raised intelligence by 500 points or more, all courtesy of their alien partners. Neruda repeated himself, this time out loud. Different dialects of the same language. The symbols on the artifact weren't random. They formed a sequence. When he compared them to the chamber paintings, a pattern emerged. Each painting contained one unique symbol. The artifact showed him what order to arrange the symbols. Neruda input these symbols into ZEMI as ancient Sumerian words, spoken in sequence from chamber 1 to 23. Then ZEMI roared to life. 8,000 pages of data flooded the processors. Text, diagrams, star maps, genetic sequences, all with translations in English and 60 other languages. Dr. Neruda had been with ACIO for 15 years. Not only was he aware of alien races on Earth, he spoke 5 of their languages. He could read 4 more. He thought
what the fuck is this nigga? A superhuman?
See this coming. The creators of the disc called themselves wingmakers.
Meanwhile, I'm a fucking normal ass fucking speck on the fucking spectrum.
They were humans.
This nigga's fucking damn near divine.
From 750 years in the future.
Nigga fucking, they made a fucking human. Y'all, no more. Nope. It's not fair, man. We're all being made out of what the fuck, and these niggas is in the laboratory somewhere like, test tube, baby.
Knows about aliens, speaks 5 of their languages.
Speaks fucking 100 other languages outside of their languages. Knows 12 extinct languages.
Y'all all just living a good life, and the rest of us is just what?
Just shit.
Yep. Not like this hard, bro. They can give that shit to everyone. Yeah, skip, man.
That's why they purposely keeping it from everyone, bro. Because they know that it's alright. You heard what he said. They made the niggas sign NDAs.
Humanity developed time travel in the 20th century. Not for exploration or survival.
Yeah.
These future humans were on a timeline where Earth gets invaded by synthetic beings called the Animus. The Animus were more than just machines. They were an android race with artificial intelligence, driven by one obsession.
I just fucking
said it. To become soul carriers, to achieve immortality.
Wow.
But they lacked organic nervous systems.
They want exactly what we want.
They needed to carry a soul's higher frequency. So they needed our DNA, not just to reproduce, to evolve. And they didn't choose Earth
we're bringing them back to life, too.
We're a genetic library. Our DNA carries something rare in the universe. A full range of emotions. The key to the human soul. The Animus wanted our source code. The original blueprint of human genetics.
God's fucking
and they've been here before. 300 million years ago. And again about 9,000 years ago. Both times they found humans too primitive for their needs. But they were scheduled to return in 2011. And this time,
oh my God!
They find us useful.
Oh my God, damn!
First, infiltration. They'd appear as friends. Advanced beings here to help. They'd work with the United Nations to bring stability to Earth by creating a global governing body.
One world government?
Yep. The group is called the Incunabula.
Another word for Illuminati.
Yep. And their plan is to control the world's money supply and natural resources. These would be distributed by the Incunabula, who are android-human hybrids.
You want check Klaus Schwab for wires?
They would implement a paperless electronic currency that tracks the spending habits of everyone on Earth. This would give the Incunabula insight into individual affairs and allow them to manipulate global events. By 2018, the Incunabula would be running the world. But this future could be avoided. The disc explained how. What we perceive as normal biology is actually a suppressed version of our full genetic potential. Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes.
Yep.
The Wingmakers claimed we can activate 24.
Yep.
And here's why that
Jesus
mattered.
was doing.
The Animus can only harvest from standard human DNA, our current 23 chromosome pairs. Humans with 24 activated chromosome pairs would be useless, like incompatible software. 7 sites around the world would trigger this activation. It could be done simply through meditation. As more people meditated, dormant DNA would activate. First 2 pairs, then 4, then 12, eventually all 24. And the disc had another solution. Use time travel to stop the Animus from ever finding Earth. So humanity had 2 defenses, one biological and one technological. Dr. Neruda understood the value of both options.
Of course he did,
But
because this is a
ACIO's
fucking
leadership
optical
was split.
illusion.
Half wanted to use technology, half wanted transformation. Neruda was caught in the middle, but he knew he'd have to make a choice. And the choice wasn't just about technology versus consciousness, it was about who decides humanity's future.
No one.
Within ACIO operated an even more secretive unit, the Labyrinth Group.
Goddamn.
Only about 120
A secret
people
group
knew it
inside a
existed.
secret group inside a
Their leader was
secret
known
group,
only
like fucking
as
Rick and Morty.
Compartmentalized, that's what I mean.
15 had created the Labyrinth Group with one purpose: develop blank slate technology, BST. This is time travel that could alter the past, not just observe it.
Yeah, finally they can go back and tell Fox not to cancel Firefly.
I think they'd rather use the technology to avoid the alien invasion.
Sure. But while you're back there, kill 2 birds. Aliens and Fox executives.
With the help of the Cordian, the Labyrinth Group had been working on time travel since 1963.
No, wait.
The Cordian provided everything: the quantum computers, the genetic modifications that gave ACIO scientists their enhanced abilities. The Cordium also warned about the Animus threat decades before the disc confirmed it. And the Labyrinth Group had accumulated wealth outside government oversight. They had more money than most small nations, all focused on time travel. Because if you can travel back and change key events, you can prevent the Animus from ever finding Earth, change the right
That's not
moment
how
in
it
the
works.
past, and the future threat disappears.
That's not how it works.
But now the Wingmakers offered a different solution: evolution through consciousness instead of technology, becoming something the Animus couldn't use instead of erasing them from a timeline.
Exactly.
2 paths, both claimed to save humanity. 15 saw them as complementary. Use both. Develop BST while activating dormant DNA. Cover all bases. Dr. Neruda saw it differently. The more he learned about the Wingmakers' philosophy, the more he questioned changing the past. The Wingmakers weren't just sharing technology, they were teaching transformation. For 3 years, Neruda had translated the Wingmakers' information. The technical data, the philosophical writings, the warnings. With each translation, something changed inside him. The Wingmakers weren't just sharing information, they were selecting their spokesman, him. When he reported this belief to his superiors, the response was immediate: psychiatric evaluation, security review.
This thing is well looked.
15 decided Neruda's growing belief in consciousness-based evolution could not be allowed to spread through the ACIO. The solution was simple: give Neruda an MRP, Memory Restructure Procedure. This would erase his memories of the Ancient Arrow Project, standard protocol for personnel who became compromised. Neruda had done these procedures himself. It was routine. Colleagues returned to work with gaps in their memories, confused but compliant. Now it was his turn. The MRP was scheduled for 3 weeks later, December 15th, 1997. He marked it on his calendar.
He put his own mind wipe in his calendar.
Yep.
Tuesday dentist, Wednesday mind wipe, Thursday yoga. That guy's got ice
Thursday, I
blood in
don't
his
know.
veins.
He did. He was not going to let them take his memories. He had 3 weeks to come up with a plan.
Nah, I'm about to wipe my shit.
I mean, that's plenty of time to record
If you
yourself
carry
or
these in your
write
bug
down
out bag,
something. Yo,
fire
this is
starter.
what happened. They want
I'm
you
going to
to
take one of these
forget
and I'm going to
this
soak it
and
thoroughly
this.
because
Look up
it's
this
waterproof,
file, da-da-da-da.
it's windproof. Being able to start fire is crucial.
You know they're gonna change all the passwords and shit.
Dr. Neruda had 3 weeks before they erased his mind. He spent those weeks watching his colleagues differently. Brilliant minds trapped in a philosophy of control. Every problem required a technological solution. Every threat demanded superior firepower. The idea that humanity might transform itself through consciousness, that seemed impossible. But consciousness was the one thing the animists couldn't harvest. Synthetic beings needed genetic material, not awareness. The Wingmakers understood this. On December 13th, 1997, during a routine shift change, Dr. Jameson Neruda walked out of the ACIO facility. No elaborate escape
Easy.
plan, no security breach.
Just walk
He
the fuck
understood
out.
their systems well enough to slip out during a brief surveillance gap. By the time they noticed he was
Simple.
gone, he'd already have destroyed his traceable implants and begun searching for someone willing to hear an impossible story. 2 days later, he made contact with a journalist named Sarah. He had a lot of information to share, and less than 12 hours before the next remote viewing sweep would find him.
Remote viewing sweep?
Oh yeah, the ACIO had a team of psychics on staff.
Yeah, of course they did.
Psychic
There's
hunting
so much
over
more to the story, which is why we'll be revisiting it from time to time. Anyway, Neruda promised to tell Sarah everything about the ACIO, the Labyrinth Group, the Cordium Alliance, humanity's hidden history and potential future, but most importantly, who the Wingmakers were and what they really wanted. They weren't time travelers trying to save humanity from invasion. They were teachers. The animist threat was real, but it served a larger purpose. Crisis forces evolution. The approaching danger would push humanity to activate dormant capabilities, not through technology, through higher consciousness. Then humans would be useless to the
Take
animists.
more, man.
Neruda had 12 hours to convince Sarah, 12 hours to plant the seeds of transformation, 12 hours before the ACIO found him and took his mind.
I'm gonna tell you a story.
It's a hell of a fucking story.
Dr. Jameson Neruda was having trouble. Finding someone to hear his story was harder than escaping. Academics wanted credentials. Journalists wanted proof.
There were journalists demanding proof. I remember those days.
Journalist Sarah, he never learned her last name, was his 5th attempt. When they met in a diner outside Sacramento, he had 12 hours before the next remote viewing sweep. He gave 5 long interviews, enough to expose the ACIO, the Labyrinth Group, the Cordium Alliance. But as Neruda began talking, he realized the conspiracy wasn't the real story. The real story was transformation. Neruda explained how the Labyrinth Group approached everything backwards. They saw consciousness as a problem to overcome with better processors. They saw time as something to control rather than understand. The Wingmakers suggested defense wasn't about building bigger weapons or rewriting history. It was about becoming unharvestable through higher consciousness. Sarah recorded everything. The technical specifications,
crazy. That's
the
almost- that's
philosophical
identical to the
frameworks,
fucking
the
Bible,
countdown
bro.
to 2011. But
Not
Neruda
taking
could
a
see her
tip.
struggling with the same question everyone asked. Why should anyone believe this? He had no proof. The artifacts remained locked in ACIO vaults. The disk translations existed only in classified systems. His enhanced genetics couldn't be verified without special equipment. All he had were words. And 11 months later, those words appeared online on a Wingmaker's website. But the details
Wingmaker.
changed. Hiker's discovery date shifted. Character names morphed. And the Wingmaker's teachings were now available for the low, low price of $17.99.
No, no.
The bitch made a book. The bitch made a book with the damn shit. Damn shit. Damn
This
shit.
information
Ever been
traffic.
going somewhere and suddenly
That's
needed
what they
Wi-Fi
do
but
in
couldn't find a connection?
counterintelligence.
Meet
You want
Instabridge,
someone to
the
put
app
out,
that makes finding free,
someone's gonna
reliable
put out the
Wi-Fi
truth,
simple,
that
fast,
you can't
and
stop it,
hassle-free.
you can't avoid them from
Whether you're
squealing.
exploring a new
You
city,
make that
hanging
truth
out
come
at your
out
local
first,
coffee
that you
shop,
control the
or
narrative.
anywhere you're going,
Make it seem like a
Instabridge
fiction,
connects you to
a
over
comic
20
book.
million
That's the
Wi-Fi
same shit the
locations.
Romans did.
Talks about it, they'll be like, oh man, you just quoting this thing.
The man behind the Wingmakers website called himself James. Later, he'd reveal his full identity, James Mahu from the Lyricus Teaching Organization. November 1998, 11 months after Neruda's defection, the Wingmakers website appeared online, anonymous at first. No author, nobody taking credit, just the story of Ancient Arrow, the ACIO, and humanity's potential future, free for anyone to read. The site included Neruda's interviews, renamed Dr. Anderson in this version, and there were pictures of art from the chambers, music, Wingmakers' philosophy, all available for free. Then things started changing. December 9th, 1998. Wingmakers LLC was created in Minnesota. The owner, Mark Temple, based in Edina. A month later, subtle changes appeared on the website. The hiker's discovery date shifted from 1972 to 1996. The chamber count increased from 23 to 24. Dr. Neruda became Dr. Anderson. The changes were small, easy to miss unless you were paying attention. The transformation accelerated in 2001. March brought the first commercial product, $17.99. By the end of the year, what started as a free revelation had become a whole product line. Music CDs priced at $108.
Oh, $100 for a CD?
Yep.
I'm telling you, merch is way too cheap.
No, it isn't. The website sold art reproductions, philosophy collections, complete packages with bundled discounts. James finally revealed himself through email interviews. He claimed the identity Mahunahi, a translator for the Lyricus Teaching Organization. Not from outer space, but not quite human either. He described using sensory bilocation, a technique for gathering information across dimensions. He positioned himself as a translator, not a creator. The Wingmakers' material were real. He didn't write them, he just made them accessible. But the changes kept coming. The Cordium's home planet moved from 15,000 light years away to 15 million. Scientific details were updated to match current theories. New websites popped up, eventtemples.org, lyricus.org, sovereigntintegral.org. Each site added details to the story, and each offered more products.
Right.
The original story, Dr. Neruda's, was buried under spiritual teachings and expensive merchandise. Years later, James would describe the Wingmakers' materials with a specific word. Not history, not revelation. He called it mythology. Mark Hempel remained silent. He managed the business side, while James handled mythology. Together, they transformed a conspiracy story into something else. Something less specific, something less verifiable, but something much more profitable.
These sons of bitches.
We've got desert canyons with secret labs, time-traveling humans warning about synthetic invaders, alien alliances, DNA activation, humanity's salvation through consciousness. The Wingmaker story has it all, and we just scratched the surface. But is any of this true? Well, the New Mexico Cultural Resources Information System contains no record of any ancient arrow site. Over 800 archaeological projects have been documented near Chaco Canyon since 1952. Not one project mentions mysterious chambers. No museum anywhere has a single Wingmaker artifact. No peer-reviewed paper discussed the discovery. The NSA has never acknowledged an advanced contact intelligence organization. ACIO appears on no government documentation, classified or declassified.
Yeah, but if ACIO is real, they cover their tricks.
That's true, but so are the story contradictions. The Wayback Machine shows all the changes to the dates, names, locations. These aren't clarifications, they're rewrites. Then there's the money. Wingmakers LLC, registered December 1998. Free content transformed into premium products. The Wingmakers' revelation had become a business model. But despite all the problems with the story and all the products for sale, the Wingmakers built a devoted following. 25 years later, there are still thousands of followers. They know the story is debunked. They don't care. Still, they report personal transformations, expanded awareness, life changes. Now, is this just a placebo effect or
Maybe.
more? I don't think it matters. If people are getting value for their money, I don't have a problem with it. That's
Right.
why when I read that James Mahu was a fraud running a scam, I pushed back. Because a scam really all depends on your point of view. James himself called the materials mythology, not history, not journalism. Mythology. That's an important word, and probably why James chose it. Since before we had written language, we evolved through stories. Our culture from the very beginning was built on mythology. Cave paintings taught the next generation how to hunt. Tribal elders told legends that explained seasons. The stories told in religions shaped entire civilizations. Stories have always pushed humanity forward. Jules Verne wrote about submarines. We built them. Arthur C. Clarke imagined satellites. We launched them. Star Trek showed communicators and video calls.
We made them.
used those. The Wingmakers
H.G.
might
Wells
be
wrote
fiction,
about going
but
to
it
the
pointed
moon
people
We did
toward
it.
legitimate
before
research.
planes. And we did it.
Epigenetics, consciousness studies, the connection between mind and matter. Thousands took up meditation, studied quantum physics. Why did they do this? Because the Wingmaker's story is powerful, and powerful stories always have a hint of truth. The chambers never existed. The artifacts were imaginary. The time travel was fantasy. But the Wingmaker's story contains one undeniable truth. We're capable of more than we know. I believe that's true. I think you do too. That's why you're here watching this show. You have questions. You have questions about what's hiding in our government, our society, on our planet, in our reality. And now that we've started asking these questions, we'll never stop. So maybe the Wingmakers never existed, but what they started, it's everywhere.
Can't say something didn't exist and then it's fucking